Imagine getting a lesson on finding inner peace from your dad. Now, what if your dad was the Buddha? Well, that's exactly what happened with his son, Rāhula. And this wasn't just any old lecture. It was an incredibly personal guide to one of the most profound meditation practices you'll ever hear about. So let's dive right in and see what he had to say.
It really makes you wonder, right? If you're the Buddha, what's the single most important thing you'd teach your own kid? I mean, where would you even start? That's the big question we're going to unpack here. And spoiler alert, the answer is a journey. And we're basically invited to tag along with Rāhula every step of the way.
Okay, so you think a lesson on meditation would start with, breathing. But here's what's so fascinating. The Buddha doesn't even go there at first. Not even close. Before he gets to any techniques, he lays down this absolutely critical foundation. He starts with the very nature of reality and this huge idea called not-self.
So he turns to his son, Rāhula, and gives him this one simple but incredibly powerful phrase in Pali. And the instruction that comes with it is, well, it's a game changer. He basically says, look at everything you experience, your body, your feelings, all your thoughts, and see it all through this new lens. This, right here, this is the starting line.
And what does it mean? This is not mine, this I am not, this is not myself. It is a complete shakeup of how we see ourselves. The Buddha's telling Rāhula, hey, all that stuff you cling to, the identity you've built up, it's not some solid, permanent you. It's more like a flowing river than a static rock. This isn't about erasing yourself. It's about seeing things as they really are, so you can stop being tangled up in your own ego.
So Rāhula really takes this to heart. He goes off to meditate under a tree, trying to apply this new perspective. But then the elder Sariputta nudges him, suggesting he should probably ask his dad about breathing meditation specifically. So with this new not-self idea buzzing in his mind, Rāhula goes back to the Buddha and asks the very question that kicks off the rest of this amazing lesson. And once again, the Buddha doesn't just give him a simple breathe in, breathe out kind of answer. Nope, he decides to go even deeper into that not-self idea first. And he does it by taking apart the one thing we all feel is most definitely us, our own body. He breaks it all down into 5 basic fundamental elements.
Okay, so first up is the earth element. He tells Rāhula to look at all the solid parts of his body. Think about it. Your hair, your bones, your skin. He says, don't see these as yours. Instead, see them as just expressions of the universal element of earth. They're not your bones. They're the earth element temporarily taking the shape of bones. Kind of blows your mind, right?
Then you've got the water element, all the liquids flowing through you, your blood, sweat, saliva, all of it. That's just the universal principle of water. The idea is that our bodies are just temporary containers for this element, which is the same water that flows in rivers and falls as rain.
After water comes the fire element, and this is all about heat. It's your body temperature, the energy that digests your lunch, the warmth in your hands. It's that spark of life, really. But, you guessed it, it's not your fire. It's the universal element of heat and energy, just making a temporary home in your body.
Next, there's the wind element. This is all about movement, the way you move your arms and legs, all the subtle shifts inside you, and, here's the big one for this lesson, the breath itself. That flow of air coming in and going out, that's not something you own. It's just the wind element passing through you. And last but not least, the space element. This one is really cool. It's the empty parts of you, the space in your nostrils, your mouth, your ears, even the tiny spaces between your cells. It's this incredible insight that even the emptiness inside us is a universal element, and it's what gives everything else the room to exist and function.
Okay, so now the Buddha completely flips the script. He's taken the body apart into these 5 elements, and now he says, okay, let's turn this into a meditation. He tells Rāhula not to just see the elements, but to actually become like them, to build a mind that's just as powerful and unshakable as they are.
He starts with the earth. Be like the earth, he says. Just think about it for a second. You can throw beautiful things on the ground or you can throw garbage on it. The earth doesn't get excited or upset. It just accepts. It's totally impartial. And that's the goal for your mind, to be that steady, that unshaken by whatever life throws at you. Then be like water. Water can wash away all sorts of dirt and grime, but the water itself doesn't become permanently dirty. It remains pure. That's the model for a mind that can deal with all the messiness of life without getting stained or corrupted by it.
So what about fire? Well, fire just burns. It doesn't care if what it's burning is a priceless piece of art or a pile of trash. It transforms everything equally. The lesson? To have a mind that processes every experience, good, bad, ugly, with that same impartial, transformative power, without getting stuck on liking or disliking it.
And then, be like the wind. The wind blows everywhere. It touches everything, from mountains to oceans, but it never gets stuck on anything. It's constantly moving, totally free. And that's the kind of mind to aim for, one that isn't clinging, one that's totally free and unbound.
Finally, the big one. Be like space. I mean, where does space begin or end? It has no center, no borders. It's not somewhere, it's what holds everything. This is pointing toward a state of consciousness that is just as vast, open, and completely liberated, not pinned down to one tiny sense of me.
So here's the whole point of that massive setup. It's only now, only after Rāhula understands not self and has a model for a mind as stable as the elements, that the Buddha finally gets to the original question. Only now is Rāhula actually ready to learn how to meditate on the breath.
So the practice itself moves in these clear stages. First, you just pay attention to your body and your breath, noticing if it's long or short. Simple awareness. Then you start to notice the feelings that come up, maybe joy, maybe calm. Next, you turn that awareness inward to the mind itself. You watch it, you study it, you release it. And in the final step, you use that super clear, steady mind to look at reality itself, to really see that everything changes and that true freedom comes from letting go of it all.
Which brings us to the grand finale of this whole lesson. You might be wondering, why all this work? Why break down the self, meditate like the elements, and watch the breath so carefully? What's the ultimate point? Well, the Buddha gives an answer that is just stunning. This is it. This is the ultimate goal. He says that if you practice this way, then even your very last breaths, the moment you die, won't be a moment of confusion or terror. It will be known. You meet that final moment with the exact same calm, clear awareness you've been practicing all this time. You face that ultimate change not with fear, but with total understanding.
And just like that, a personal lesson from a father to his son becomes a timeless lesson for every single one of us. It leaves us with a really powerful question to sit with. If this is the path the Buddha laid out, a path to that kind of insight and fearlessness, what could you discover right now just by starting where it all began for Rāhula, by simply paying attention to your breath?